All right,
Okay.
so we have here Nichelle, the VA. As you all can see, Nichelle is here to talk about two of her businesses, one being Fire and Co. and the other being Money Making Design. So we will hear from Nichelle about her two businesses and what she has to offer everybody. So, Nichelle, let's get started. Tell us a little bit about who you are and your background, and then we'll hop into the businesses shortly.
Okay. So, hey everyone, thank you for tuning in. I am Nichelle, the VA. And just a little bit about myself. I just recently started being a mompreneur. Before, I was in the military, and then I met my husband. We were both in the military. We had our first son, and we were like, we got to get out of here, um, and just do something different. So I have a bachelor's in psychology. I run two businesses, and they're doing very, very well. And so right now with Money Making Design, I'm geared towards helping mompreneurs like myself. So I'm a stay-at-home mom. So I want to encourage mompreneurs like you can have multiple streams of income. You don't have to only rely on one, and you can have that balance between mom life and business life. And then that's where virtual assistants comes into play because I mostly work with other moms in business. So it's like when you're a virtual assistant, you're able to help them and, push them forward. So I'm like, these are the things that I wish I had first starting out. So I'm kind of like paying back, or just, how they say, do unto others as you wish to be done, so that's where the virtual assistants come from. And then Fi and Co is my soy scented candle company, and it's so good. And that started just from getting out the military and needing a sense of direction. So Fi and Co was kind of like my fire starter in a sense.
The birthing process.
Yes. And I mean, when I first started, I literally didn't know anything, and we had to do so much research. I do co-own it with another Air Force veteran, so we both got out at the same time. We're very, very close, and we're like, what can we do to help keep us connected, but also make some money on the side? um, because if you are a veteran, that transition from military lifestyle to civilian lifestyle, it's like it's two totally different worlds, and you literally have to go through that transition from being told what to do, how to do it. They tell you what to wear, what time to show up. So this whole part of your life, you're just being, managed and directed. So then when you come to the civilian world, it's like free game. Like, what are you going to do with your time? How are you going to make the most of your time? And I think that's what's most important when it comes to running a business is you only have 24 hours. So what are you going to do with it? And I started, the Fire and Co. And then I branched out and I started Money Making Design. And so
Awesome.
that
I love
is
it.
the
So
gist.
I will say I
Yes.
do love Fire and Co. I have it here.
Yay.
So I have this candle. I have the Fire and Co. mist. And then
Mm-hmm.
I also have what's a part of the fall collection with Fire and Co.
Yes.
It's
Cashmere
the
Nights.
Cashmere Nights. Go
Yes.
get you some. You won't
Mm.
regret it. Trust me. And I love that all of their candles have such meaningful things behind them. So they
Mm-hmm.
are making products with a purpose. So they're
Yes.
just not out here producing a product. They all have stories behind them and they all have a purpose. So you can see that you can find Fire and Co at
Mm-hmm.
www.fireandcompany.com. That's where you can find them at there. And then on Instagram, they are Fire and Co. Is that it?
Fire and Company. And that's
Fire
the
and
key.
Company.
That's the key when making your brand, you want everything to be exactly the same. So when you're out there giving your pitch, you're not like, well, you can find me at Cupcakes and Co. and then Cupcakes and Company. So you want to just make sure that it's fluid and the same. It's just easier for that delivery. So
Fire and Company. Gotcha.
yeah.
So that's where you can find them at on Instagram. So next, Nichelle, let's talk about money making design. What is money making design? First of all, let's talk about money making design, how it relates to small business owners.
Okay.
So why
So
would a small business owner need to work with money making design, and what is it?
all right. So the meaning behind money making design is that anytime you go into a business setting, you want to make sure that you have a money making design. I mean, it's that simple, you know. So whether it's your systems, the way that you're communicating to your potential customers, your potential clients, it's just that streamlining what makes most sense. So I think the key thing for me is when I'm navigating and trying to share information, I always want to share it from the eyes of my potential customer, my potential client. Like, what do they need or what are they looking for? How do they like to be talked to? Because a lot of times we'll be communicating, but we're not in the same realm. You're just
Right.
talking out. And so the money making design is just really looking at, do you have SEO set up? Can people actually find you? So it's a small phrase for a big balloon of different aspects that makes your business be successful. So I was like, what makes the most sense? I need a money making design. And so when it comes to, mompreneurs working with me, the thing that I gravitate most to when I have a client come and say, hey, I need help, I'm looking at how their business flows. And then I'm like, hey, this doesn't work. You're coming to me, you have pain points, you have struggles, and you're just like, I don't know what to do next. So I look at everything that they have going on and I'm like, okay, this is the best option for you so you can get from point A to point B because they get stuck in the middle.
Awesome. So I know that you mentioned SEO, but like, can you give us some detailed services that money making design will offer a small business owner?
So it very like I have a lot of different services. So I have website design, I do logo design, I do virtual assistants, and I'll say any little thing. So when it comes to creating a plan for like social media and getting coaching on how to deliver, how to write your descriptions. I'm working on the secret sauce and
Yes. Don't
yes,
try to skip over that. Can we
yeah.
get an abbreviated introduction on what is the secret sauce?
Okay, so the secret sauce is just basically putting yourself at the front on your social media so that you can be most successful, you can be searchable because that is the key. It
Yes.
I really created it for moms just because I know, okay, I have little kids. I have a 2-year old and I have a 1-year old. And so I had to figure out what was the best times for me to dedicate to my business. So I know that when they're down for naps or later on in the evening or early in the mornings, I need to maximize my productivity during those times so I can get uninterrupted time to dedicate to the business. But I also need that balance to be present with them. And I know that's a lot. That's a major thing that moms struggle with is because they're like, I can't be a businesswoman and I can't, be a mom because my kids need me. So that's why, you get a lot of stress because you feel, you know, just pulled thin. And so the secret sauce is really dedicated to moms who struggle with postpartum depression. They've been out of work because they've had kids, but we find purpose in what we do, and we shouldn't have
Right.
to sacrifice, you know, that I know it's something, I can't think of the word, but it's just like you shouldn't have to sacrifice what you are meant to do just because you earned another title. And all those titles are important to us, whether you're a wife, if you're a mom, your friend, your sister. But why we got to sacrifice being successful businesswoman just because, we have kids. So I just wanted to create secret sauce, to show moms like myself, like, you can do both, you don't have to choose.
I agree. Yeah, I
Yes.
think a lot of time moms feel like they have to choose between work and being a mom and how to find that balance, but it is
Mm-hmm.
definitely doable.
Mm-hmm.
But
I
you
mean, look
have
at
to
you. Don't don't
Yes, so this
don't let us
interview is not
distract
about
you.
me, but yes, so
Gotcha.
I am a mom, I'm a small business owner, and
Mm-hmm.
I also work a 9 to 5, but I have to, like I tell people, if it's not on my schedule, it does not happen.
Yes.
So that is how I operate and how I'm able to maintain doing it all, because you do have to
Mm-hmm.
find that balance. MoneyMakingDesign.com. You can find her candle company at Fire and Company on
And you find her.
Instagram, and you may find her on Instagram at Money Making Design. There we are. There, Nichelle, are you back with us?
I'm here. Can you
Yep,
hear me?
there she is.
Yay! Okay.
So, the last thing that I do want to ask you is, why is it important for small business owners to hire a virtual assistant?
Ooh, that is a good question. So, why is it important? I would say because it takes a village. And, I know we talked about this earlier, but there gets to, like, when you first start your business, you literally have your hands in everything. You got your hands in the design, the concept, you know, um, creating your business plan, making the website, shipping the orders out, if you have a product based business, or um, setting up your marketing, your communications. You're doing all of that. And at some point, there's going to be times where something falls through the cracks. And that crack could be the one thing that breaks your business's back. So hiring a VA is more so for that mental clarity, that mental space. Like, I know that this person has their eyes on one thing, so I can focus on something else. Or I can focus on growing my business and expanding it, making more money, and then you can hire on more people, and you can put money in their pockets. But um, initially, I think most people are afraid to hire a VA because they don't want to let go of that control. But you have the opportunity. You remember, like, when you were in school and the teacher was like, everybody got to work on a group project, and then you get stuck with a person who don't do nothing. So it's like when you're a business owner and you hire a VA, you get to choose who you work with, and you get to choose who's going to contribute to your project, and you get to tell them what they're going to do, what time it needs to be done, and update me while you're doing it. So
I agree.
I think it's just the perfect opportunity for you to have that peace of mind. And I always refer to myself as like your business bestie, because literally as a VA, you're calling on me to handle those things that you may not be able to, or you may just not want to. And there's a lot of aspects in business that we really just don't want to handle. And
Yes.
so what do
People would
you
be
do?
surprised how many things
Yes.
business owners just don't want to handle. But
Yeah,
also, they don't have to handle it. Once they
exactly.
reach a certain level of success, they no longer have to handle certain tasks.
Yeah.
So,
I
definitely.
always say outsource like a boss. If you want to be a boss, you got to act like a boss. And
Jim,
just,
outsource like a boss.
yes.
Definitely.
And you'll
Love it.
see like a lot of the bigger, the people that are, 6+ figures, they have a team behind them. So you don't have to do everything by yourself. And I think that's one thing that we as women struggle with, is we feel like we have to do everything, because if we don't, you know, we're going to lose that golden touch. But that's why you hire somebody who knows exactly what they're doing, and they have your back. So a virtual assistant can be definitely a blessing in disguise, but you just have to be ready to, you know, transfer over those responsibilities. And you know about that with the SOPs. So,
Yes, definitely.
mm-hmm.
So, Nichelle, I do want to thank you for being the first guest here on my YouTube channel.
Thank you for having me.
So Daylin Hair, this is my YouTube channel / podcast interview platform. I will be going live more often to interview small business owners that either have virtual assistants or don't have virtual assistants, so that we can find out why they don't have a VA on their team.
Because we need to know.
Nichelle, again, thank you.
Thank
Please
you.
go and follow at Fire and Company on Instagram and at Money Making Design on Instagram as well. And then you can reach Nichelle. I'll pop her contact here. You can reach her at admin@moneymakingdesign.com. And please be sure to like, comment, and subscribe to my channel. And again, Nichelle, I thank you so much.
Thank you. Have a good night.
You're welcome. You too.